Anaba USA MA Audio HC504, made in Korea. Do you think I am Chinese? I am Korean. This is the new test speaker for now. Fused at 60 amps, stable to half an ohm, class AB, fan cooled. Oh, that's right. I forget the name of the guy that ran Anaba, but his uncle was the guy that ran Audioban and Alpha Sonic. I went and visited him one time in LA, and that's when I got the magnetizer from them, and like pallets of the old HC woofers and stuff like that. It was pretty cool. And but that explains why this one is the way it is. Who is it at the time? I think they had digital audio. Well, Audioban was doing digital audio for M&M merchandisers out of Texas, and Audioban was also doing these sort of rack mount look amplifiers, and so they probably all use the same manufacturer. This one has 4-channel input, 2-channel output. If you don't have Y cables on you, but you just have RCAs, what you can do is go into channels 1 and 2, and then jumper from the output to the second input. Just a little friendly jizzle. Keep you guys moving. So this is 2 ohm. Let's see. The set screws are out of there. The set screws are all 3mm except for the remote, which is a 2.5mm. So we will. It's a little loud. Let's turn it down. And then now it's down to nothing. Sorry, it's fucking shit up. And then we will test for bridged. And then we'll test this channel. We can test this channel. And we can test for bridged. So it's all good. Oh, hang on, that's the VA. I'm not sure if the VU meters still work on this. The fans are actually quieting down. They were a little noisy at startup. And it's very difficult to photograph this because of the glare. I'll go ahead and read these off to you. This is, and these are mirrored. So here's the division, and each one is the same level, bass boost, high pass filter, low pass filter, and then phase. And then you have your switch of whether or not you want full, which is all the way to the left, or high pass, which is in the middle, or low pass, which is to the right. And that's the same way too. So, but there it is, MA audio. These are the, I think only one fan is working. Maybe that's an intake outtake. You know, we should probably open this up. Let's open this up. All right. Looks a little bit like Conky from Pee-wee's Playhouse. Here it is. Very nice. Very pretty. Oh, only one fan. Okay, so one is an intake and then one is an output. It doesn't look too dusty. I'll still blow it out before I put it back together. This one's going to Jerry Jones, owner of the Dallas Cowboys. I didn't know he was a MA audio fan or an old school audio fan, but he is, so there you go. I'm like, bro, send me some bitches. He's like, on the way, Pat. Oh, you gotcha. Then they just use the jumpers from the output section that's buried underneath here. This preamp section comes off. Be great. I don't think these lit up when I had it on. Let's turn it on real quick. One does. So, but it's an incandescent to make it look like, you know, the old. But it might just be. I got this on Facebook Marketplace. And then I don't know if it's tied to the input or the output. So you can tie them to either one, depending on what you want to do. So it's just a good look. It doesn't really do anything as far as that goes. And then the thing is half ohm stable, but you know, it's only fused at 60 amps. So it probably does about 700 watts RMS. You don't necessarily have to take it down to half an ohm to get all the power out of it. You can still take it down to like 1 ohm, and it's still pretty good at 2 ohm. When it says 1 ohm stable, it just means it's stable at 1 ohm, meaning that, especially because it's fan cooled and there's some heat sink on the inside, it's just stable to 0.5 ohm per channel, 1 ohm bridged. So, and also I noticed the thing on it has bass boost on both halves. And so if you wanted to run like a dual 1 ohm subwoofer and you wanted to dedicate this thing to it, that would be the way to go. So dual power supplies, nice big preamp section. Doesn't need to be this big, but I understand why they did it. And then not a lot of meat on this thing. The whole back of it is finned, which is nice. This would be a good amp to have off of, because number one, because it's Class AB, but to have standoffs underneath the feet so that air can get behind there. Again, it's going to get hot. You don't really have to do it to modern Class Ds, even though I've seen a bunch of guys, and those are for the SPL guys, that have that boat fan or whatever brand of fan that is. It's like whatever, the Giznado, Tornado, whatever it is. If you're really abusing your equipment, pushing your equipment really hard, yeah, you're going to need a fan. But for most people, if you have a Class D amp, you're not going to need it. So, and I think on this one, it's mostly just for funsies. So, but, oh, it does have a filter. Oh, that's nice. Or is it a panel? I think somebody came back and this looks a homemade shit. So which one to do is I'll go ahead and remove this. So that's the whole point of it. It looks, yeah. So yeah, somebody just jizzed it on there. You don't want that on there. You want it to actually. Oh no! That's original. Oh well, I'm pulling it off now. Oh, I'll glue this back down. I see what they did. Somebody fixed this, but that was the original filter. You actually don't want to do it like that because you can't really clean it. What you can do though is sometimes you can tape a coffee filter. The coffee filters are good. They're a little more fine than normal. There's also like actual material that they use in like server farms for machines, but typically those machine rooms, the whole room is very clean. It's not a clean room, but it's very it's air conditioned, and the air conditioning gets filtered out really well. So I'm just going to use this as a moment to glue this back down, get some of this stuff off. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and blow it out. This is just a little gasket so it doesn't rattle to go onto the top of the heatsink. But yeah, I mean, they're not super high quality. Again, to build an amplifier like this is more to do with, it's a gimmick. Does it look cool? Yeah. It's very hard to maintain and keep shiny. And then it's very, very difficult, as you saw, to photograph. So I'm not really a fan of the chrome, but I know a lot of people like it. So I don't want, I don't want to shit on your parade. So, but I'm going to go ahead and blow it out, give it a good cleaning, glue this back down. I'm going to use a little bit of super glue to put little tacks on this one so that it stays. This one is coming up a little bit, so I'll put some tacks on that one so that it stays in place. It just makes it easier. You can pull them off and put them here, or if they're tacked onto here, you just put the panel back on. So, and that was it. I love you guys. This is the MA Audio HC504. Oh, lastly, we can put a little product placement in here. So we got a few boxes of these. This is the 20 gram, which is 0.7 ounces of Loctite CA. It's very fluid, which can be good for wood assembly applications, plastic. I'm going to use it on here with the 2P10. It says activator, but it's actually accelerator, so ignore that. But some people are dumb, so you want to put both on there. But I just wanted to put that out to you. We got these for, I think they're only $5 a bottle shipped. So you can use them as Loctite for threads if you want to never get that bolt out. But I don't recommend it for that. I just recommend it for like super glue, hobby, speaker building, stuff like that. But again, it's very fluid. Certainly don't use it for a triple joint, but it's good for spider and for this around. Loctite by Henkel and the Nazis.